Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and it looks like the markets might be starting to bottom out. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what stocks both myself and a few other YouTubers are looking at buying into once this correction is over. So let's get into it! Okay, I really don't have a lot of market news for you guys today. I'm not really going to have any market news until Friday when we get the jobs report numbers. For now, it looks like Tuesday is probably going to be a fairly flat day before we potentially have more red days on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, both the S&P and the NASDAQ closed below the 100-day EMAs today, and so it looks like they are ready to drop down to the 200-day EMAs, which is about 3 to 4% drop from here. I do continue to hold the put options that I bought on Thursday and Friday of last week, and I will continue to hold those until we drop down to the 200-day EMAs. Now, once we do drop down to the 200-day EMAs, we will officially be in correction territory on both the S&P and the NASDAQ, and keep in mind that we have not had a correction since October of last year, and everybody's been waiting for a correction to finally occur. We normally get 3 per year, and we have not had a single correction in 11 months. So we're way overdue. It looks like we are days away from officially entering correction territory, finally, on the S&P and NASDAQ. Once we do, though, it gets a lot less certain what's going to happen. I personally think we are going to continue to drop for the next 2 weeks, and then I think that the Congress is going to pass the appropriations bill, which is going to solve the debt limit crisis in the United States, and that in turn is going to send the stock market rising starting on October 18th. However, I do want to let you know that historically, the stock market bottoms out on October 22nd and does not start rising until October 25th. However, just due to the news and the timing of everything, I think we're going to bottom out on October 15th and then start rising on October 18th. So I personally think we have about 2 weeks left on this market correction, although historically we have 3 weeks left. We'll just have to see what happens. But personally, once the S&P and the NASDAQ drop down to the 200-day EMAs, I'm going to close out on my put options and I'm just going to hold cash. I'm going to wait for everything to kind of settle out and all the volatility to die down. I'm going to wait for some signs that we have hit a bottom and we started to go back up. And then I'm going to go long and I'm going to load up on both stocks as well as call options. I did buy one call option today, and there's quite a few other stocks that I'm looking at. So let's go ahead and get into those and talk about what I'm doing in the markets right now. For those of you guys who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks on YouTube. Every day, I spend hours and hours and hours watching YouTube videos, and then I consolidate all of the stock picks from the top YouTubers, and I put them together into a single video. I give you both the cliff notes on their stock picks as well as my analysis on their stock picks. Now, if anything I talk about today piques your interest, make sure you listen to who I say talked about that stock, and then go watch their video to get the full details on what they said. Now, all I ask for putting all of this together for you guys is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. Alright, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. These are just my opinions, which may or may not be accurate. Please do your own research before investing in any assets. If you're wondering what you're looking at right now, this is the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you'd like to get 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. Alright, let's get into today's stock picks. And first up is BABA. This is Alibaba. They're the Chinese version of Amazon. Jeremy with Financial Education talked about how BABA hit a 52-week low on Monday. And it's not just a 52-week low, but a multi-year low. BABA has not traded this low since December of 2018. Jeremy with Financial Education talked about some of the reasons why BABA is down. He considered factors including the Chinese government's crackdown on BABA, how Evergrande is collapsing and could cause a major recession in the Chinese economy, and the fact that they were just forced to donate 1/3 of their cash to the Chinese government. The business, on the other hand, is doing great. with both revenues and earnings continuing to rise every quarter. Despite that, Jeremy said that he is still not bought into BABA yet because he is still concerned about the fact that as a Chinese stock, BABA is really a VIE based out of the Cayman Islands, and it's not true ownership of the company like most foreign ADR stocks are. If you don't know the difference, an ADR is an American Depository Receipt, and it's where you own actual shares of the company with the shares deposited into an American bank for storage. A VIE, on the other hand, is a variable interest equity, and it's where you own shares of a completely different company located in the Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands company is structured in such a way to capture the price movement of the Chinese stock. VIEs have multiple contracts corresponding to every sector of the Chinese company. The price movement is usually very closely matched to the price movement of the actual shares in either Hong Kong or China. This is unique to Chinese stocks. Only Chinese stocks use the VIE structure. The reason is because the Chinese government does not want foreign investors owning shares in actual Chinese companies, and so they banned Chinese stocks from being deposited in American banks. Thus, because ADRs are banned in China, savvy business owners came up with a VIE structure as a way for foreigners to invest in the price movement of Chinese companies, even if they don't own the actual shares in the Chinese stocks. So long story short, you don't own the company, you own a derivative. And if China decides to ban Chinese companies from entering into agreements with Cayman Island companies to create these VIEs, then your VIE shares could suddenly become worthless overnight. And that is a real risk that foreign investors take on. All Chinese stocks are actually VIEs. That includes BABA, NIO, JD, BIDU, and all of the other Chinese stocks. That risk is simply too great for Jeremy with financial education to take on, and that is why he is not investing in any Chinese stocks right now, regardless of how cheap the stock price looks fundamentally. And next up is F. This is Ford. Larry Jones let us know that F was up today despite the overall red day in the market. The reason was because they were able to expand their production despite the semiconductor chip shortage. They also saw reservations for the Ford electric F-150 rise to 150,000 reservations. And Ford has also seen an increase in the number of people who are ordering vehicles online rather than shopping from the available inventory at dealerships. For all of those reasons, Larry Jones now thinks Ford would be a better investment than GM long term. I personally like Ford, GM, and Volkswagen as long-term plays on traditional vehicle manufacturers getting into EVs. Next up is FB. This is Facebook. FB dropped over 5% intraday on Monday due to a worldwide outage of all of their services, including Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Towards the end of the day on Monday, I alerted that I had purchased a Facebook call option in anticipation of FB rising. My thoughts were twofold. First, I thought FB would bounce off of the 200-day EMA. Second, I thought FB would rise once the outage issue was fixed and the services were restored. We saw FB rise towards the close, as well as throughout the after hours. This is just a one-day trade for me, and I do plan on selling my call options on Tuesday morning. The traveling trader likes the idea of buying FB for a long-term hold, but he's still watching it and hasn't pulled the trigger yet. The traveling trader is waiting for FB to confirm that it has bottomed out, and he's not sure if FB will bottom out at the 200-day EMA or the 300-day EMA. FB did bounce off of the 200-day EMA on Monday, but it's still uncertain if it will continue falling. That uncertainty is why I'm only holding my call option for one day. Plus, we do have the whistleblower speaking to the Senate on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, which is why I plan to sell my options Tuesday morning between 9:30 and 10 a.m. before the hearing starts to take place. And next up is KO. This is Coca-Cola. The traveling trader likes how KO has dropped down to the 300-day EMA and found support at around $52. KO was oversold on the RSI and rebounded. It hasn't shown confirmation of a rebound yet, but the traveling trader does have KO on his watch list and is thinking about buying in soon. Next up is NIO. This is NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. The traveling trader said he has NIO on his watch list for a potential buy-in opportunity. NIO broke below very strong support on Monday. The next support level for NIO is $31. The traveling trader said he would buy NIO if it drops below $31. I agree that would be an excellent price to buy NIO at. Next up is PLUG. This is Plug Power. They're a hydrogen fuel cell manufacturer. StockMo bought PLUG on Monday. Hydrogen power stocks have been beat down over the past few months, and StockMo thinks PLUG will have a nice rebound going into the end of this year. PLUG just released news that they are constructing a new green hydrogen plant in California. This will add on to the plants PLUG already has in New York, Tennessee, and Georgia. While StockMo really likes PLUG, and he said he was excited to be buying it, it should be noted that this is StockMo's viewer's choice and is not necessarily StockMo's stock pick. If you are interested in PLUG, I will let you know that I am long-term bullish in PLUG, and I plan to buy and hold PLUG long-term once this market correction is over. By the way, the average analyst one-year price target is $46.71, which represents a 92% upside from Monday's closing price. So PLUG has quite a bit of upside potential. And last up is ZM. This is Zoom. Jeremy with Financial Education let us know that ZM hit a 52-week low on Monday. Now, you should be aware that part of the reason ZM is dropping is because the Five9 acquisition deal was terminated. That was going to be a huge growth boost to Zoom, but that deal is no longer on the table. Despite that deal falling through, I said that I like how low ZM has come down, and I think the fundamentals make sense for buying in now. It's still a falling knife right now, and I would still wait for ZM to close above the 10-day EMA before buying in though. That would show confirmation that the bottom is in and ZM will start going back up. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and get a lot out of it. Comment down below when you think this market correction is going to end. And if you're looking for a broker to trade with, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up for Webull using my link in the description below and you deposit just $100, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. Webull, of course, has cryptocurrency trading, including Shiba Coin, which was up over 75% today. And Webull has fractional share trading, so you can buy into stocks no matter how expensive they are for just $5. Now, if you're not a US resident, or if you're looking to trade OTC penny stocks, or if you just don't like payment for order flow, then I recommend Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is a great trading platform. They have highly discounted trading throughout the entire world. Crypto trades start at just 0.18% fees. And stocks start at $1 US, $1 CAD, 4 euros, or 6 Australian dollars, depending upon where you live. And both Webull and Interactive Brokers both offer the full pre-market and after-hours trading from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, I do have material connections with both Webull and Interactive Brokers, so whenever you sign up for either one of those, not only are you getting a great broker to trade with, you're also helping me to continue to produce these great videos for you. Now, finally, I want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.